Okay, this is Dream Kitten of Tiny Me. I'm going to be posting a video about the Dress Up Summoner version 2 game on the Japanese version of Tiny Me called atgames. So let's start up. This is your news feed. Obviously, I can't read it because I'm in Japanese, but these are all friends and what they've done. And this is all battles that I've won or lost. I'm about okay with battles, and I don't get too many because I have fudged my percentage score. So the top here, this is my current level, this is your character name, this is your experience bar, and I'll explain more about that later. This is my current quest energy, how far I can walk, and different terrains cost different amounts of quest energy, and I'll get into that along with battle points, which you get once per hour. These points, if you get 100 of them, which you accumulate over time somehow, I'm not quite clear on it, but you get 100 of them, you can refill your battle point meter immediately. This is your team list. This is your unit leader. If you loan your team out for other people, you're actually only sending your unit leader and not your entire team. The items that you can equip at any given time depends on your current level. For example, I can't equip this item, which would be the poses. They're not released on Tiny Army yet, but I can equip everything else. You start off with only being able to equip the basics: shirts, pants, hairs, and eyes. In order to determine what type an item is, like this is pure. I don't have many other, here, let's say. These are cool type, these are wild type, and these are pure type. Pure type items are either white, green, or brown. Wild type items are red and yellow, and cool type items are like blue and whatever other color I haven't mentioned yet. The point value is this top value. This item gives 300 points, whereas the weight, which is what's over here, you can't equip these because they're only meant to be used for certain purposes. So this is the weight that an item has. For example, if I go and remove that, my weight scored here went down by 4. This value here is how many times you can fuse an item. Most of my items on this character are maxed. Say 0 out of 5, that's how many fuses I have left. On this one, that's 2 out of 5, I've used 3 of the 5 fuses it could have. And that's why it's got a higher score than, say, something with a weight of 7 and a score of 91. This has a weight of 2 and a score of 103. Okay. So that's how you make your teams. A lot of people would recommend that you max out your unit leader score. You'll see that she has the highest score, whereas my third person is lacking because I try to load as many items as I can onto this person. And I don't have that many backgrounds, or else I'd probably have a background and this person wouldn't have their hood or their mask. Another recommendation to max out your score is equip items that they may not look pretty, like this. This is his hair. It's really freaking ugly. But it's got 12 fuses you can put on it. So even though it might have a weaker score, the more fuses means that you can get a better score over time, and I'll get into fuses later. So the quest system is pretty simple. You have episodes, episode 1, episode 2, episode 3. Then you have, in each one, you have episode 1-1, 1-2, kind of like Sonic. And then your boss is whatever the last episode is. When you clear the boss, you unlock the next episode. And these all have captions you can see. Also, currently, this game is having an event. So these are special event episodes that I have. And you can unlock certain items that are unique. I'll get into those items later. And now I'm just going to show you the quest mechanics. They're really simple. This is a random battle. NPCs are assigned by the computer, and there's normally certain NPCs per terrain. During this event, you get a lot of these king rabbits, which can reward you with special event earrings. I lost because I'm so high up and my level's actually really low for this area. Now, in this area, I lose 4 energy per step I take, and I have a chance of getting 8, 9, or even 10 energy, and that's shown here. It costs me 4 energy to move, and I get 8 experience per. If I go to an earlier zone, here it only takes 3 energy, and I get 6, or later on, because I'm this far. Here it costs me 9 energy, I get 18, 19, 20 energy a step. So it's actually more cost efficient to go to lower level areas, but as you get higher in level, you get better scoring items in addition to better looking items. So I'm just gonna kill off a few more points. You can get Gooseru, which is chibi coins on our game. You can get random items, you can get the special battle items for sets. Here's another bunny. You run into player battles pretty often in this, and these player battles don't cost you battle points because they're random. You have the option to turn them down or to fight or to add that person as your friend. If I could actually run into a player battle, it would help. Give me cheap amounts of Gooseru. Okay, this is the boss. It would cost me 20 energy to battle, and I'd get 40 experience points in return if I can win. Question is if I can win. When you battle a boss, you have your main character is the only one that fights. And you can get help from other people, you know, friends who play the dress up summoner game. This, I believe, is Meepy. I don't remember who this is. This is probably Afutago. And of course, these guys are English players. You can find them on Tiny Me, but they might not have the same name, though I think these two do. And you can see their scores. This person is mostly cool, which is probably going to screw up my purity score, which I'll also get into in a second. So this will probably be enough to beat the boss, because just me with Afutago have like a score of 11,000. Yeah, this is ridiculously high. So I win, you get something on occasion. I just got a stupid box. I'll get into more of that later. So I'll leave this alone for a little bit. Now to the battle screens. You can battle people. They don't give you experience points, but you can win these treasure items, which work like this. You get all the items in a set. So I got all these coins, and I get this item. And generally, the further down on the list you are, the harder it is to get these items, because you can actually find these coins in like the first 2 chapters, these ones in the 3rd and 4th chapter, etc. But you can get them from the boss battles. So when you battle a boss, you have a chance of getting, like, I got these keys while I was still collecting these egg sets. I got these keys, and since I have this one key, I unlocked this entire row to battle. In order to unlock the next item set to battle for, you have to run into that item, which means you can get that through chapters, pretty much. So I'm going to search particularly for this one item. Now, what I'm trying to do here is look for people who are about my level with a really low win percentage, which is this. This is their level. This is the number of wins here. This is the number of losses. This is their win percentage. And this is their point score. I don't really know what that is, but whatever. A lot of these people are higher scoring because they're higher up in the game. Right now, I don't really have any items to compete for because I can't compete most of those. And this the event list. You can see I've completed this, but I haven't run into the next set of items here. So I've got these books and I've got these crests and I've claimed the items. So you can still run into these items while you're questing, but they won't do anything for you at this point. So I'm probably just going to fudge a battle, which is very easy to do. Go to battle. This lets you re-roll who you can fight against. So I try to look for someone who's really easy to beat. This person looks easy to beat. Now, I don't know what this top thing does, but this bottom thing, if a friend is offering to help you in regular battles, they'll appear here. You hit the checkbox. You can use them once per time they offer. This person's pure type, and I can tell because of the color of their clothing. Animateds tend to have a higher score. I don't own any animateds, so yeah, it's hard being a CC user in atgames. So I'm just going to burn through these. This person's probably wild type with the pink. Oh, pure type. Because they've loaded up on white items on their other characters. Okay, let's see what's next. This is the shop. These things you can buy as many as you want, but you can only, in the first version, you can only use 3 a day. And these will restore 10 energy. They cost a bunch of Goosuru. And this is the amount I currently have. Now, this is if I want to use them. I'm sorry. This is if I want to use them. And I currently have 15. I can use 15 of them, so I can use as many as I want. And that'll restore, if I used all 15, 150 of this type of energy. These ones restore 50 per, but I think you need G coins to buy them, and same with these. These will restore your bar completely. Oh, 50% total. These will restore your bar completely. These restore your battle count. I'm not really sure what this does, because I haven't ever used it. This is the shop. So you can buy 3 of these a day for 100 Goosuru, 100 chibi coins, 60 G coins, 100 G coins, 150 G coins, 50 G coins, and 1,000 G coins. I'm not quite sure what that does. It probably does. Oh, it's a package. It gives you half these. It gives you 5 of these, 3 of these, and 3 of these, it looks like, kind of. And probably some other stuff. Probably these. I'm not really sure. These are your coin counts. These are guides on how to get them. Fusing. This is one of the more fun things that wasn't included in the original. So you see this item, 600 score, 0 out of 12 fuses. Whereas this one also has 12 out of 12. So I'm going to use this. This one has a really high score, and I actually won this in the game. So now I'm going to take that, and I'm going to take these earrings, which I can't wear because they have too high of a score. I just drag and drop them in. And this will cost me 100 Goosuru per item I'm attaching to it. You run it through this. If you use G coins to fuse, you get a higher score. But obviously I don't have G coins, so I'm just going to use chibi coins. So now I have a higher scoring item. And I can do that another 9 times on that particular item. But I'm just going to hold out on that. These are the boxes. You can get boxes from battling people and winning or losing in regular battles. You don't get them if you lose against NPCs, but you might get them if you win against NPCs. And they cost money to open. I'll just open one. They're not really impressive at all. But you can get backgrounds in the green boxes, and you can get a lot better stuff in the black, blue, and whites. Obviously, white having the best stuff. This is the treasure list again down here, and this is the friends list. So this means that I'm going to help this person in their regular fights. I've offered to help them in the regular fights. You can only select one of these regular fights and 2 boss fights. So, or these are the boss. No, yeah, I'm helping her in a boss fight. And I'm helping, okay, these are boss fights. These are regular fights. Boss fights, regular fights. Japanese, okay, I don't read it. This lets you view their team, so you can see their unit leader, which is kind of helpful. And this just sends out a little shout out type thing. I'm not quite sure. This is the list of pending notices, other people friending you. So I'm going to leave that alone. And this is the list of random people I can help out and whatnot. These are people I don't know. That's why I can't see their unit scores, because I'm not even friends with these people. And it's just randomly showing me them, and I can offer to become friends with them. Okay, so, hang on, let me go back to quests. I didn't explain to you about the elements. Okay, you can kind of guess it. Wild beats pure, which is the leaf type. Pure beats cool, which is the water type. Water beats cool beats wild. It's a very easy system. So just gonna, okay, this guy's cool type and I'm pure type. And you can get these typings by making a majority of your items, whatever your element is. I'm not quite sure because I do have some wild type items. These backgrounds are wild types, but everything else I'm wearing is pure. Shut up, you damn rabbits. I'm hoping I'll run into a player battle so that you can see what happens in a player battle. Okay, this is the next set of quest items. I said you can run into them. So I just obtained a flag. Now I can chase after every flag item that I want to. And yes, you can get multiples of the same item. You can also have them taken from you by other players. Other players can challenge you. And I'm out of energy, so right after this, I guess I'm done. Just gonna do one battle. Generally, the higher up in the prize list, the worse off I do. So, Let's see.